Having worked the Arab-Israeli negotiations under Republican and Democratic administrations for the better part of 20 years, Jared Kushner was kind enough, before he embarked on his quest for the ultimate deal, to ask and solicit my advice. And I gave it to him. 4 points. First of all, when I met him, I half-jokingly suggested that I wished my father-in-law had as much confidence in me as his had in him, because he'd given him Mission Impossible. And I told him flat out he could not resolve it. The U.S. could play a role, but the Israelis and Palestinians had to make decisions on critically important issues, and these two leaders were not prepared to do so. So that he had to be very careful, because if he wasn't, he could make the situation a lot worse. Second, I told him, don't ignore history. You don't have to remain trapped by the past. We never get anywhere if you did that. But at the same time, you can't ignore it. In order to understand where we are and how to move forward, you've got to come to grips with where Israelis and Palestinians were in the past and take a lot of that into consideration. Third, I said to him, do not be Israel's lawyer. Your client is an agreement, and you need to fundamentally figure out a way to lawyer for both sides. Otherwise, you're not going to succeed. Finally, he asked me a question. So what is success? And I said flat out, the day after you announce this initiative, the very next day, if Israelis, Palestinians, Arab states, Europeans, the entire international community says the following, there's stuff in here we don't like, but we have to give the Trump administration credit. They really have honestly and fairly grappled with these issues, and they actually have produced a basis for negotiation that could, in fact, at some point, lead to an agreement. I'm pretty sure, looking at the ultimate deal, that Mr. Kushner has not achieved that goal.